Good morning, everyone. Thank you so much for coming and joining with me for Assembly this morning. So, Assembly today, I'm going to focus on a particular character strength. So, I'm going to show you a short film, and let's see if you can work out which character strength I'm going to focus on in Assembly today.
Love is in the air, everywhere I look around. Love is in the air, every sight and every sound. And I don't know if I'm being foolish, don't know if I'm being wise, but it's something that I must believe in, and it's there when I look in your eyes. Love is in the air, in the whisper of the tree. Love is in the air, in the thunder of the sea. And I don't know if I'm just dreaming, don't know if I feel safe, but it's something that I must believe in, and it's there when you call out my name.
Well, I'm sure from my video you've guessed correctly. My assembly today is all about the character strength love. And love is just so important. The love of our family and friends, and the love that we have for our family and friends back. But there's also another reason why I've chosen love as the assembly theme for today. I don't know if you're aware, but today, the 25th of January, it's a very special Saint's Day here in Wales. It's a special day of Saint Dwynwen, and she is the saint of love. Now, you might not know much about Dwynwen, so I'm going to share her story with you.
The story of Saint Dwynwen. Back in the 5th century, there was a beautiful princess called Dwynwen. She lived in a luxurious castle with her father, the King Brychan Brycheiniog. Dwynwen was the prettiest woman throughout the whole of Wales. She looked forward to marrying someday and living happily. I look forward to you marrying my Dwynwen, your highness, agreed the king. He had arranged for Dwynwen to marry a fine prince. Dwynwen was heartbroken when she found out, because she didn't want to marry the prince. Dwynwen had previously fallen in love with a poor young man called Maelon de Fodrech. They were head over heels in love. Her father insisted that she had to marry the prince he had chosen. Dwynwen cried and cried. She did not want to marry him. She ran away from the castle to be with Maelon. I never want to see you again, Dwynwen. Maelon shouted full of rage as she would not defy her father and marry him. Dwynwen was heartbroken and she ran to the forest. There, in the darkness of the forest, Dwynwen prayed to feel better. Dwynwen had never felt so unhappy before. In the silence of the forest, Dwynwen lay on the cold floor and fell into a deep sleep. In her sleep, she dreamt that a kind angel suddenly appeared from nowhere, holding a drink in each hand. She gave Dwynwen a drink to wipe her memory of Maelon. Dwynwen thought it would make her feel better. To her surprise, the drink turned Maelon into a block of ice. This was his punishment for treating Dwynwen so badly. By drinking this drink, you can have 3 wishes, Dwynwen. Think carefully about them, explained the angel. Her first choice was easy. She wished for Mylon to thaw from his block of ice. Then she thought about how unlucky she had been in love, and she wished happiness and love for all the people in Wales. Her last wish was that she would never fall in love or marry, as she never wanted to feel so hurt again. Dwynwen's 3 wishes came true, and from that day onwards she devoted her life to God as a nun. One day, while she was sailing around the coast of Wales, she found land. This was Llanddwyn Island. She settled here and built a church. Many broken-hearted people are said to have visited her here. Since then, thousands of people have visited Llanddwyn Island every year on St. Dwynwen's Day, January the 25th. They prayed to her, asking her to care for hearts that have been broken, to heal the sick and weak, and to help people who need strength. The end.
So there we go, the story of St. Dwynwen. Now, I know it's really difficult at the moment because we're not able to see our loved ones and our friends. So maybe, like I've done here, you might just put some pictures together of your friends, of your family, of your loved ones. And even though you can't be with them, it can still help make your heart feel full of joy, just looking at pictures of them rather than being able to spend time in person. And maybe on St. Dwynwen's Day today, maybe you might reflect on the people you have in your life that you love or the activities that you love doing. And you might think about what you could do this week to show some love for them. So perhaps you could write a card for maybe a family member or a friend telling them how much you love and care about them. Maybe you could phone somebody that you haven't seen for a while or catch up with them over video just to say hello and tell them how much you love them. Maybe you might spend some time this week doing an activity or a hobby that you really love doing, or spending some time with a pet that you really love, maybe playing with them or taking them out for a walk. So I'm going to finish assembly today with a short video just to help fill your hearts full of love today. So sit back, relax, and enjoy the story of the wish granter. Well, wishing you all a very happy St. Dwynwen's Day today. May your hearts be full of love and joy. Miss you all, and I send you all of my love. Bye bye, everybody.